very often our conversations about the workplace is how we are in an age where we're starving for empathy and kindness. And I'd like to offer this perspective. Sometimes we're starving for empathy on the giving end. There's nothing good on this end when we are operating from a space of venom, malice, a lack of empathy, a lack of understanding, a lack of compassion. When we make the radical choice to operate from the space of empathy and kindness, it can be because we need to do it. We need to experience the wellness that's associated with happiness of being in that space of demonstrating empathy and kindness. And for whatever reason, we just haven't been finding ourselves there. And so we make the radical choice to flip the script. When it comes to leadership excellence, this always comes up in conversation. I don't want to be the leader, the one who holds people accountable, makes people feel bad, puts them on performance improvement plans, makes them work extra hours, and on this goes. I don't want to be the person who has to be mean, end quote. I don't do a good job of managing my face a lot of times, and sometimes not a good job of managing my tone in these particular moments. And I'm certain that my face and tone is actually quite beneficial and helpful in those moments. I know what it looks like. It looks like this. What are you talking about? Why is this the only option? Why is this the belief that you're holding? That you're being made to be a leader who is cruel, and that to be kind, that's the only way to achieve outcomes, to get work done, to move people. And there is silence on the other end, which I have learned over the years means people are thinking. They're thinking about, why is that the thing that I believe in, or the thing that I'm thinking? Why am I taking that perspective? This is the doorway to the exploration, how we are using empathy and leadership in organizations to achieve the desired outcomes of performance, engagement, motivation, collaboration, creativity, and also not or and not but, and also how we exercise discretion in goal setting, expectations, standards for performance. As a leader, we don't have to be mean, cruel, vicious, unkind. We don't have to inflict pain. And also, we don't have to sweep things under the rug, take on the work ourselves, excuse or avoid bad behavior. We can do both in balance with each other in a way that is most authentic to who we are. That's an important element, is to do it in a way that reflects us naturally, be more of who we are. When we do that, we lead people through the chaos, through the discomfort, the pain that they're experiencing when they aren't performing. When we do this, because we're also called to leadership, we're meant to be a leader. We have the resilience to be in that space. We have the capacity, the aptitude, and the adaptability to be in it with people. It's incredible what gets to be achieved on the other side of that. I've been in leadership for a long time, a really long time. My first organizational leadership role was, I was 16, and I got it wrong so many times. So much so that when I got it wrong, I actually went home sometimes and I cried. I cried in the reflection of, oh man, that was mean. I was mean. And I also felt like I was between a rock and a hard place, that if I didn't hold this person accountable in a way that was expected of me from the organization to some sort of standard that they held, that I would lose my job, that I would be seen as incompetent. That rock and a hard place. I'm not choosing and also. I was choosing but, if, or. And thank goodness for reflection, challenging the status quo, and also eating a dose of stubbornness every day, a characteristic that I possess. And it came up often as, you're too stubborn, and perhaps agreeable in some areas. I am absolutely too stubborn. It doesn't serve me. However, that quality definitely served me to buck limiting beliefs, challenge the status quo, find the path that balances both, and to live my philosophy in leadership, which is do no harm,